Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we had the privilege of interviewing Mr. Charles Dickens. So, Mr. Dickens, tell us about your childhood growing up in London.
I wish I could say it was pleasant and peaceful, but sadly it wasn't. My father, he was arrested and went to jail for he was in some debt. I wish I could say that I went to school, but sadly I didn't. I did, but I had to leave to get a job to support my family, myself. So I never actually finished school. So sadly, I was poor. I had no father. I didn't really have like a father figure because my father wasn't even there. So I didn't really know what I should act like, who I should be. So I put all my energy through my writing.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Charles Dickens. I am 35 years old. I was born in Great Britain. I'm English, and I love my country.
What are some of the major events that took place in this novel?
Well, in A Christmas Carol by me, Charles Dickens, the main character Scrooge, he's an old, evil, just grinchy, just awful man. And he's really cold because his best friend, his right-handed man, his partner, Marley, he died. Christmas time, 7 years ago. So, during this time, Scrooge is just not helping others. People are saying, "Merry Christmas." He's saying, "Humbug." You know, the just Jiminy Cricket kind of stuff, you know, being mean. So, one night, Marley, a ghost of Marley came. He was in all these chains and all these, he'd looking cloth around his neck holding his broken jaw up. He was looking dead. He is dead. He was transparent. You could see through him. Probably giving you too much detail. But the major events are that he's visited by ghosts. The ghost of Christmas present, past, and future. Yes. And those ghosts change Scrooge's life for the better. And at the end of the novel, it's prevalent that Scrooge has had a transformation from this old, evil, Grinch-like character to possibly a Christ-like, charismatic figure. Yes.
Can you tell me about some of the literary devices you used throughout the novel?
I like to use symbolism, talking about the end of his journey. I had to write this down for a bit because it's hard to read, you know. My glasses. When Scrooge went through his journey at each of the ghosts, at the end, church bells rang from, you know, like a church. And those symbolized his transformation from an old, evil man to a giving, love, happy, blithe, charismatic man. Yes. I used metaphors throughout my novel when I talk about the weather. The weather in each scene symbolizes Scrooge's demeanor. When the weather changes, there is something inside of Scrooge that is changing as well. From being mean to maybe not as mean to maybe a little less mean to then nice, you know? 3 ghosts. I used the setting in the novel to actually show Scrooge's inner feelings. It's kind of, every time you read it, even when I read it, still today, there's a different thing I get out of it. I used imagery as well throughout my novel. When Scrooge sees his gravestone, at the end of the novel, with the last ghost, Scrooge is transparent, just like Marley in the beginning, and other people are being mean to him. They were saying, "Oh, Scrooge was such a, you know, just a Jiminy Cricket, just like a, no one liked him. He didn't give money back." Well, he did, but in different ways. In the society, into the government. No one likes the government. So, when Scrooge sees his death, something inside of him clicks, actually. He realizes that his wrongdoings really have affected others and himself. So, then he changes, and he helps others. He donates money. He makes people happy. And he's that Christ-like figure that should have been there the whole time.
So, Mr. Dickens, why do you think your novel is so popular these days?
I think my novel is so inspiring to young'uns that it incorporates the golden rule. It's like Jesus Christ. He's such a charismatic person that he wants to treat others how you want to be treated. You know, you treat me how I want to be treated. I treat you how I want to be treated. Okay? So this novel gives insight to what kind of people that children may encounter in the world. Everybody has a Scrooge, a old, mean, Grinch-like, evil person. All right? And no one wants that. No one wants that. So this novel kind of teaches you how you can interact with that Scrooge-like character. Maybe it's your dean, your principal, your professor, your boss, probably your boss. But Scrooge was widely judged by the entire community because he was so angry all the time, when deep down he was hurting, because even in his childhood, people threatened him. No one wanted to hang out with him when he was a boy. He was left alone to read with his books. No friends. And that really teaches you, I think that really shows why people keep reading my book. So that really incorporated what my life was and who I am and what I should be. And Scrooge, actually, a lot of people say that Scrooge is this, Scrooge is that, but Scrooge is the inner self of my family.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into our interview tonight. Have